Welcome back, folks, to APPEX 2024, coming to you live from the trade show and exhibition floor. And these live streams are being brought to you by Burkert, where innovation meets inspiration. Whether it's optimizing processes, enhancing sustainability, or simply delving into the fascinating world of fluid dynamics, Burkert is your trusted partner every step of the way. And we're very happy to have them helping bring these live streams to you. Lindy, once again in the hot seat.
Yeah, so I'm very happy because I've just bumped into John Broadbent. He came past our stand, and John and I go back a long way. John is the director and founder of Realize Potential, and he is an Industry 4.0 specialist, really. I often draw on your expertise, John, on for speaking things, and you've also were invited to be a judge for the APMA Awards of Excellence, and I'm sure you saw some really good examples there of your area of specialty. But the reason I want to talk to you today is because isn't this an awesome exhibition? And isn't there a lot to talk about when it comes to automation, which is one of the key themes?
Good morning, Lindy, and yeah, good to bump into you once again, and thank you for the opportunity to contribute. Being a judge sort of inspired me to come to this event as well.
Oh, good.
Because I was finding that the quality of submissions and the innovation that I was exposed to through that judging process really inspired me. And I felt that to come here and then see the investment that a lot of these companies have made and the quality of their stands and their presentations of their stuff is, there tends to be, I think, in the industry, a bit of a belief, probably mistaken belief, that Australian manufacturing isn't really that active a lot of the time. And we've seen our decline in GDP contribution over the years. But then I come to things like this and it's like, wow, there is so much going on. And although some of it is international, there's also a lot of local stuff here as well. I was just talking to a company around the corner here who've developed an incredibly innovative fruit bin movement and dispensing system. And I stood there as the mechanical engineering me from all those years ago, like a kid in a candy store, looking at this thing going, that's so smart, like incredibly innovative. And I said to the guy, you didn't put a submission in last year. And he went, no, we sort of come out from under a rock after 10 years.
Oh, okay.
I said, well, get one in for next year because this is really good stuff. So hopefully in my walk around today, I'll be able to see a bit more of I've still got about half the hall to traverse.
And what have you, apart from that piece of equipment, what else are you picking up in terms of Industry 4.0 integration and awareness?
Seeing it on lots of stands. One stand I walked past actually has the big Industry 4.0 out there. SICK Industries, obviously.
I was on SICK stand yesterday, and that was we did a short video, and it was really impressive how they've really tried to make it so part of every single aspect of the business that they deliver, and for every application as well.
Yes, and I think with their or the consortia that's worked together to produce the IO-Link platform, which means manufacturers can now buy sensors from lots of different companies, Burkert included, that support the IO-Link. So you're not tied into that. So they're working together now more and more to ensure that the information we need to make better decisions in more real time is happening.
And speaking of consortiums, the Open IIoT is here. Internet of Things, Industrial Internet of Things. Yeah. That's right, IIoT. So I'm sure you will be popping by their stand because they've got several pilots or smaller pieces of equipment that will demonstrate exactly how it can be integrated as well.
Yes, and we're seeing more of that in my travels, seeing more of that as organisations are becoming more aware of the sorts of things they need to do. I'm actually seeing some manufacturers now, it's almost like the purse strings have been opened up a little bit. I think post-COVID, some organisations are recognising that it's now time to reinvest. And it's great to see that happening. We're still having issues with supply chain and shortage of key equipment, manufacturing equipment and electronics in that space, but they're starting to get that moving and flowing from particularly Southeast Asia.
So a couple of years ago when you and I were doing several talks and you were informing me of the state of play for Industry 4.0, there was quite a lag for Australia in terms of adopting that level of automation. Are you seeing a shift?
Gradual.
Still gradual.
Still gradual.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I I would appeal to manufacturers who are thinking about this space is whenever you're doing your return on investment calculations and maybe you feel that you can't justify that first step of investment, the question I would ask of them is, have you factored in the cost of doing nothing?
Oh, yeah.
Because doing nothing will eventually mean that you will be left behind, unfortunately, and summer will come and cut your lunch.
Absolutely. Well, John, I look forward to hearing more from you as the time progresses, because you've got to get yourself around the show. There's a lot to see.
There's a lot to see, and the engineer in me is really keen to see what innovations are out there and stand back and admire.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, John. Thanks, Lindy. And thanks to those who have watched this live stream from the floor of APPEX 2024 on day 2 and being brought to you by Burkert, where innovation meets inspiration. Stay tuned to this channel. We'll be back in the not too distant future with another live stream.